Hey, Halloween fans. This is Ray Felch on YouTube again, and I've been reading up a lot about the new Halloween movie, which we are luckily enough to get Jamie Lee Curtis talking about returning. Now, my reason for talking about this is because A, I'm a big fan of the Halloween series. I have the box set on Blu-ray, and second of all, even though we already know Jamie Lee Curtis dies like 15 minutes in Resurrection, and somebody made a comment saying that she's only coming back for a bag of money. Well, here's the first thing about Hollywood is that everybody comes for the money. Let's be honest there. That's a business made up about money. So that's off the table. Who cares any further? My second comment is I'm aware of this being, I guess, a direct sequel to 2. My first criticism towards that is that I'm wondering, are they going to pick up like right after what happened in the second one? Because we know there's a definite age difference. There's no way she can claim to be in her 20s anymore, obviously. And is she going to be, or I mean, sorry, is it going to go into like the 90s or something? Because one thing I do not want to see happening, if they do, is have you see these cell phones like the one I'm using right now to film here with, because I do like my continuity as much as we can have it as possible, of course. And then I'm wondering, is she going to be like in a coma for like the 40 years? Is that what's going to happen? A lot of questions, but I can give some insight to what I think could obviously be. Now, we know there won't be no Donald Pleasance coming back, obviously. So if this picks up, like, even if it's the 40 years, but if it's supposed to be based off of the second one, the obvious thing is that Donald Pleasance died in the, Dr. Loomis died in the fire then. That one solves right there. But what I'm hoping for here is that we maybe get to see Sheriff Brackett back from the original Halloween. Because after Halloween 2, found out his daughter was dead, we never saw him again. So we don't know, did he move on? Did he have another family at some point? Are they going to play this off where maybe he's been hunting Michael Myers for some time now himself? And then we got Jimmy from Halloween 2, the paramedic that survived in the alternate ending if you watch the TV cut of the movie, which luckily for us in the Scream Factory, Shout Factory release, you do get that TV cut. You know. Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's going to pick up like that, because we know the continuity issues with the sequels. Each one seems to ignore something. Now, I'm bringing this up also because I like the 4th one. I like the 5th one. I'm good with the 6th one. I love the producer's cut for 6. Not as big of a fan as for this one, but it's not the worst movie. There's definitely been worse. What I do have to point out, though, is regardless, I've gotten over this a long time ago. Hollywood's going to do this to the end of time, basically until we stop buying the tickets. So, my opinion of them ignoring 3 up to 8 like this, we know they're going to ignore, is basically to make money. We all know that. So, we're not the ones that have to spend the $100 million, the $100 million, $200 million to make this movie. We're the ones stuck paying the $8 to see it if we want to, if we even want to see it, depending. So, if this one does turn out to be bad, I think we all know this will definitely be the last one in the series, probably for good. It may even ruin Jamie Lee Curtis's career, so I hope she's got some insight on what she wants to do, because we all know what happened in Resurrection. Damn it. Resurrection. Screwing myself here. Excuse me. And naturally, I love the idea that John Carpenter is finally returning. Producer, doing the music if he's doing it, that would be awesome. Any involvement at all with John Carpenter is going to make this even better, because after what Rob Zombie did to the series, we're due for an update, and then a proper one finally. And with him having creative control over this, some creative control, that will improve the revenue to this movie. We're all 100% excited about that. At least I know I am. So I guess we can thank Rob Zombie for one thing. Thanks to what he did, they finally have to go back to basics. The problem is, will this movie actually work? That's the hard one. I'm also having my small debates with it because we can't have Donald Pleasance back, which does suck. I mean, he did grace us with 3 more sequels after the second one. Part 4, 5, and Curse. I'm actually holding all my copies right now just for the hell of it. I mean, one great thing about this is no matter how good or bad this movie turns out to be, we do not have to give our copies away of the ones we enjoy. They cannot undo this no matter how hard they try. By making more movies, they can't undo what they've already done. We have what we care about. We can watch them any way we choose to watch them, and that's the best part. If you want to ignore anything after 2, you're welcome to. If you like to go from 1 to H2O, you're free to. It's like we are the ones that helped create these movies. We are the reasons why this happens. Otherwise, they'd have been done a long, long time ago. I know some would say they should have been after Resurrection, but I gotta be honest, I did enjoy this one. And I really, really would have preferred that this new one picked up after this, to be honest. Because there's always the possibility that Jamie Lee Curtis didn't die at the beginning of this. She could have been in a coma for the last 20 years after that. But if they really are committed to going down the road of making this the third one that never happened, thanks to what happened here, then I'm up for it. Because I will not get rid of my copies. The box set, I will not get rid of any of them. I love them all. I can enjoy them on any time, any occasion. Yeah, I'm actually losing track a little bit here. But yeah, so I would love to see Sheriff Brackett back, the actor that played him, if he had another family at this point, if he's been obsessed with maybe catching Michael Myers. But the fact is, if this is taking place 40 years after the original, and we're ignoring H2O, which I'm assuming they are, biggest question is, where would Michael have been for these 40 years then? Because they never explained where he was for the 20-year period between H2O and, the original. So they have one big problem here that I cannot understand them not fixing, is where does he go for this period of time? Because at least in Halloween 4, 5, and 6, they did give a little bit of an explanation behind all that, but then again, that was the Thorn trilogy, and that just went far, far off track. I mean, will Jamie Lee Curtis be playing this from another point of view where she's had a kid? Is there any continuity that's going to take place with the nurse back in 1 and 2 and H2O? She got killed right away in H2O, as we remember. I mean, I'm wondering where this is going to take place, just the same as everybody else. But yeah, so one thing I'm very, very pleased with, though, is the return of Jamie Lee Curtis, I gotta be honest, and John Carpenter. Even though we know what happens in the Resurrection, it doesn't really matter, because this is Hollywood. They undo everything that they set out to do, and let's see if John Carpenter can put this back on track. So, I'm going to leave this video here. If you liked this video, please give me a like. Anything you want to say, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you looking forward to seeing this, or do you think it's a big time waste of time? All right, have a good time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya.